Hi ladies! Welcome to the Blog Star Challenge Day 1. We're just going to wait a few minutes for people to pop on. How many of you are off today for President's Day? I have my kids and my husband home today, so after the live we'll probably go do something fun. Kids are still sleeping right now. I love sleep-in days. I am not an early morning person. So I'm excited that you're here. Once you pop on, please pop your name in the comments. Hi, thanks for being here. Welcome, Brandy. Good to see you. Where are you here from? Oh, good. Hi, guys. Welcome. Hey, Stella. Good to see you guys. I'm so excited to have you here on Blog Star Challenge Day 1. We're going to get started here in just a couple minutes. Let's just give people time to pop on. In the meantime, share where you're from, because I was noticing we have people from the UK, from Canada, Nigeria, India. Super exciting. I love the internet for that reason. I love that we get to come together in one place, support each other, learn from each other, and we're all over the world. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing. Great. So good to have you. India, yep. Hi. Hey, Jane. Hey, Jane, look what I have on. I have my Glow Rocks on for good energy. I'm so glad you're here. Jane makes these awesome bracelets. They're called Glow Rocks, and normally I'm not a beaded person. I don't typically wear beaded jewelry, but I have to tell you, these things are amazing. They pick up light and they glow. I don't know how it works, but I am so mesmerized by these bracelets. I'll just wear them and stare at them, and my daughter loves hers too. I shared some of them with her. So good to see you all. Great. Let's just give it a couple more minutes. Pop in where you're from. Let us know where you're from. Tell us how the weather is. Yes, a couple days ago it was like mid-70s here in Southern California, and super nice and warm. It hasn't really been winter here yet. And last night a storm rolled in, and now it's like so cold and windy. We didn't get that much rain, but it was just enough to, water the plants, make things fresh. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. It looks like we have a good group of women here. Before we begin, there's just a couple of things that I want to tell you. Turn off any distractions that you have. I know I'm really bad at this, so I'm giving you advice from my personal experience. When you're listening to any type of training, especially on your computer, it's more distracting because you just, quick pop over to Instagram and see what's going on, or you just read this email real quick, and then you miss important details in the training. So shut down anything that's a distraction. Put the dogs outside if you feel like they're going to bark and be distracting you. I literally have my 2 dogs sitting on the couch behind me, so hopefully they're not going to bark, but if they do, then it's a normal part of my day. I'll introduce you to them sometime this week too. They're being nice and calm right now, so I'm just going to leave them alone. So turn off your distractions and really focus. I've allotted an hour for this training today, and it may not take an hour, it may go over an hour. If you have to pop off, no problem. I'm going to post the replay in the group, and you can go back and watch it or rewatch it if you want to. But the important thing is that you're really present right now, so you learn the most that you can. Another thing is note-taking. Now, you've been showing me your beautiful notebooks. I love notebooks. It's so fun to see all your pretty notebooks. Take good notes, because when you write things down, you actually remember them. And if you don't remember specifically, you can at least go back and look at your notes. So do that. Take good notes so you get the most value from this training. Okay, so how today is going to work. I'm going to introduce myself here in just a moment. Then we're going to do our challenge training. Then I'm going to talk about how you can work with me on a bigger level. And then we'll get to the questions and answers. So I don't have my glasses on right now, so I'm not going to be reading the comments right now, the questions, because I can't really see them. It gives me major anxiety not to be able to see without my glasses. To read, I can see distance fine. So I'll put my glasses on at the Q&A at the end, and we'll go through your questions. And stay on live as long as you can. Yeah, I know, major anxiety without glasses. Anyone else have that problem? I know I'm not alone in that, right? So here we go. I'm Tammy Gibson. I live in Southern California. I have 2 teenagers. And my husband and I have been almost married for 25 years. We spent our 25th Valentine's Day this year. And we have 2 fur babies. We have an older daughter who is married, and they live nearby, but we don't see them every day. And I have been blogging for 12 years. I've been a style coach now for a good year, using the information I've learned during my blogging about fashion and beauty to help women look and feel their best. And now I'm breaking into the blogging, teaching how to break into the blogging world because I have so much experience and I've been around for a long time. I was one of the original, I think I'm one of the original mom bloggers out there because we started blogging before it was popular, and now here we are. I'm teaching you how to do it. Blogging is not dead, and we're going to get to why it's not dead here in a few minutes. So that's a little bit about me. With my blogging, I've had a lot of trips. I've had a lot of opportunities. I've worked with a lot of brands, and I can just say that it's been a huge blessing in my life, and that's why I want to share it with you. So let's go ahead and get started. First, let's talk about what is a blog star. Okay, you are going to be a blog star when we're done with this challenge. A blog star is a woman who shares her wisdom, shares her style, and shares her personality through her blog. And style doesn't necessarily mean fashion. It can be your style of music, it can be your style of art, it can be your lifestyle. Okay, so when you are a blog star, you are demonstrating all your fabulousness through a blog. Okay, so for today's challenge topic, your big why. Don't start a blog without it. And we're going to go through some things in the next few days before you actually set up a blog. And these things are really important. Do not skip these parts. I learned the hard way that when establishing a blog as a business, it's super important that you understand some of the deeper topics before you actually get to the how-to of the blog. So that's what we're going to start with today. We're going to talk about why. Why do you want to have a blog? But first, let's talk about why not social media. Okay, a lot of you, and I've heard it from other people, maybe not you because you're here, but they say, why can't I just do social media? Why do I have to have a blog? Social media, everybody's on there. Social media is easy. I can post short posts. I can just do it a couple times a day, and I'm developing a presence on there. So we're going to talk about why not to rely on social media. Get your notebooks out. This is important. Okay, so the first one is you don't own that content. Once you post on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, any of those platforms, the content now belongs to the owners of that platform. So for Instagram and Facebook, Mark Z, he owns that content. He owns that world. You don't. The algorithms change. Okay, when Mark decided that Facebook needs to be more personal, less businessy, less salesy, he changed the algorithms, which means that your page Your business page is no longer coming into the feed of your customers. He wants personal interaction. He wants it a feel-good place. That's his decision. It's his right. It's his platform. It's what he owns, but it doesn't help you. So you do not have control over the algorithms. You do not have control over your content when you're posting exclusively on social media. The next one is, did you know you can actually get shadow banned? Now, I know this is true for Instagram. I'm not quite sure about the other platforms, but when you use a hashtag that's really popular, like for example, hashtag style, they can actually decide that, oh, that hashtag's getting used too much. We're not going to show that person's feed if someone were to search hashtag style. So you get shadow banned. Okay, your content is no longer visible because they decided that it wasn't relevant because they have too many people talking about it. How does that make you feel that you get shadow banned? It's not a good feeling. It's a little bit invasive. Another thing which is even worse than being shadow banned is you could completely lose your account. I know a woman who had tens of thousands of followers on her Instagram account. It got hacked and she could no longer regain ownership of her account, right? So if your business, if what you're doing to make money and to drive traffic to your retail website is no longer under your control and you no longer can post to it, you've just lost tens of thousands of people who would normally see your content and visit you. Now, fortunately for her, she has an established website, blog, other social media accounts, so she was able to recover. But for a small business or a solopreneur like us, it would be devastating to lose that. Again, it comes back to you don't own it. And then searchability. Now, I know Michelle. Is Michelle here? Michelle sells Beautycounter. Okay, and she does a great job posting about her Beautycounter makeup and products. She does What's in Your Product Wednesdays, and on those posts they talk about the chemicals that are in makeup and cosmetic products and what Beautycounter doesn't allow in their products. But if someone who was, say, a pregnant mom who no longer wanted to use toxic beauty products were to be searching for, oh, what's a good brand for me to check out that's not going to be toxic, she might find Michelle's Instagram and she would have to literally go through every single post on Michelle's feed to find information she was looking for. And it would be pieced together, little chunks here and there of the information that she wanted. Now, if Michelle were to have a blog where she can talk in detail about those toxic chemicals that are in the products, she would be more easily searchable, and that content would be more easily found by people who are interested. So the searchability of social media is not great. Facebook does have a little bit better, but you know, especially for like when you're in groups or on a page, it's a little bit easier to narrow it down. But if you're just searching Facebook in general, there's a huge amount of information to go through, and it's hard to find exactly what it is that you're looking for. So one more idea is, hey, if Instagram just happened to disappear, we would all lose our modeling careers, right? And we would lose our business. We don't want that. We want to be our models, and we want to showcase our lifestyle, and we want to showcase our knowledge just like everyone else on there, but we want to do it by owning our own little piece of real estate on the World Wide Web. And now the biggest reason that we don't want to rely on social media is social media jail. Do you guys know what that is? Social media jail is when the social media platform just keeps you there. You've been on Facebook and Instagram where you've just lost like hours of time and you're like, oh my gosh, how is it 2 o'clock in the afternoon already? Okay, they have such a way of sucking you in, and you just keep scrolling and clicking and digging deeper and digging deeper. And so your customers, the people that you want to purchase from you, they're doing the same thing. They're getting stuck on social media. We call social media jail. And they're losing their time, and now all of a sudden they don't have time to go to your website to check out your great products because social media doesn't make it easy to click away. They're so engaging and they do a great job at it. We love it. We all do. I do. But it's not good for your business. Okay, so now we know why not to rely on social media. So let's talk about why we should blog. And I'm assuming because you're here that that's the information you want to know. Blogging is a way to share your expertise. It's a way to share your talent, your personality, your style, and your message. Blogging is an inexpensive way to get started with a business or for marketing your existing business. It's a long-term business tool, okay? So if you're looking at just having instant success on Instagram, blogging's not for you. But if you're looking at wanting long-term success for yourself, for your family, for your business, then adding a blog to an existing business or starting a blog is a really smart way to establish yourself online. Like we talked about earlier, the searchability of a blog is so much better than social media. You can literally go to the search bar on any blog, type in the topic that you're looking for within the topic niche of that blog, and you can find whatever posts talk about that specific thing. Like, what kind of high heels do I wear with a wedding dress? Okay, so you can search specific topics. Also, your blog is searchable because of SEO, search engine optimization. No, it doesn't mean shop every opportunity, but that is my kind of SEO. So when you're looking on Google or your customer is looking on Google for toxic-free cosmetics, and if you have good SEO on your blog is going to pop up on one of the search engines, and people can click on that and they can go to your blog and they can find out about your products, and then they can go to your retail website and they can purchase those products. Okay? When you have a business, this is a huge one. When you have a business, people are not buying the product because they love the product. They are buying the product from you because they love you. Okay? There are thousands of Rodan & Fields consultants out there. There are thousands of women who are selling Young Living essential oils. There are thousands of women who are selling Plexus. All of those products are the same products for every single business. There are thousands of women out there coaching. They're coaching business, they're coaching productivity, they're coaching social media. So how does a customer choose you? Because they like you. And the way they're going to get to know you is through your blog. And so it's really an important tool for you to use for your business. Also, blogging is really great because it can be a side hustle. You can make it into a full-time gig, or you can just use it to support whatever existing business that you have. So those are the reasons why I suggest you blog instead of relying on social media. Now, social media is definitely part of the picture, and it's going to complement what you do with your blog and the other avenues of your business, but it should not be your one way of marketing, okay? All right, so now we're going to get to the challenge part of this. We're going to talk about your big why. Why do you want to start a blog? And this is really a deep think topic. This is not the kind of topic where you're going to go, well, I just want to make some extra money. Okay, that is a good reason, but it's not your big reason. It's not the big enough why. And we're going to learn how to figure out what your big why is. First, I want to talk to you about the example of making a dress. Okay, you wouldn't make a dress just by slapping some material together and just making some stitches here and there. It wouldn't be very pretty, right? You might get something really avant-garde if you're lucky, but you really have to have a plan and a purpose for making this dress. So first you need to know a few things. You need to know, why am I making this dress? Do you need a dress for a wedding? Do you just want to practice your sewing skills? Or maybe you do want to be the next designer who becomes famous on Project Runway. What is the reason? What is the purpose for making that dress? Then you need to know, what kind of fabric do I want to use? Am I going to go for the most expensive I can afford? Am I going to repurpose all those ugly old bridesmaids dresses that I've worn throughout the years, use that fabric? Or am I going to shop for a good deal and get some new fabric? And then you need to decide, when is your deadline? Do you need to get this dress done this week, or do you have 6 months to work on it? And you also need a pattern to follow. What type of dress are you going to make? A cute little sundress, a gown? What is it that you're going to create? So you have to have a pattern to follow. So when you're making a dress, you need to know certain things before you begin. And the same is true for starting a blog. Don't start a blog without knowing why you want one, how much time you're willing to spend on it, what specifically you're going to write about, who you're going to write for, how much money are you going to invest into it. Because if you are starting this blog as a business or to support your business, you will definitely need to invest some money, okay? Getting started on blogging is inexpensive initially, but to maintain it and run it as a business, there will be a money investment, and I want to be really clear about that. If you're just starting it for a hobby, that's fantastic too. That's totally on you. It's up to you how you want to run this. I just wanted to be clear about the business end of it. So let's talk about a couple of examples so that they can inspire you, give you some ideas, and help you to understand what it is that I'm asking for you to do. So I'm gonna give you a few examples, and these are totally fictional characters. They're not real blogs. So let's start with Soap Girl. A Soap Girl and her husband, they make handmade soap out of the kitchen of their tiny little house. They use the spare bedroom to pack and ship their product out to their customers. They have 2 part-time employees that come into their house throughout the week to help them with the shipping. And each package gets a handwritten note from whoever packed it. And they really are a close-knit family. And they want their customers to feel like they are part of the family. So what they're going to use their blog for is to draw in the audience and make them feel like they know them. They're going to show the audience how they make the soap. They're going to help the audience decide what's the next scent of soap that they're going to make. They're going to show the audience how they carefully hand wrap each piece of soap. And they're going to show the audience how they ship them. And they're going to show the audience the team members are going to introduce their team members with pictures and interviews and fun little quotes from them, and how they get to know the mailman, and just really sweet, engaging, friendly stories. Their purpose for having a blog is to draw in their customers and help their customers feel like they are part of the family. Then we have the up-and-coming interior designer. She is a young, sophisticated woman who has very worldly views, and she wants to showcase her personal projects, her interior design ideas, and how she lives her life. Because not all interior designers live like Joanna Gaines, right? Everybody has a different style, a different way of living life. And her purpose for her blog is to inspire people to live life with style. And she wants the world to be a more stylish place. Then we have that sassy single mom. She's full of lots of fun anecdotes, and she's learned a lot about being a single mom, and she has some great lifestyle hacks. So what she's going to do is use her blog to help other single moms, because she knows how hard and how frustrating life can be as a single mom, and she brings joy into their life through her sarcastic comedy and her life hack tips. Okay, so she's there, she's running her blog to support other single moms because she's been there and she wants to help out. Let me get a quick drink here. Okay. Then we have our 40-ish fashionista. fashionista. Our fashionista is, a middle-aged woman who looks great in her outfits. She gets compliments all the time, and she's like, maybe I'll start a blog and showcase my outfits. And she wants to show the world that you can be older than the age of 30 and still enjoy putting outfits together and looking great. Then we have our skincare superstars. These are the network marketing women who have done a great job building their network marketing business, selling skincare, bringing people on board their team, training their team, and they have been so blessed by this direct sales opportunity that they want to pay it forward. And they're going to use their blog as a means to train other women how to build their network marketing businesses, not specific within their company, but any network marketing company. Because generally speaking, sales are the same regardless of what type of product you're selling. Okay, so those are some examples of women who have blogs and how they are using their blogs either to establish themselves online to showcase their talent and interests or to support an existing business. So now it's your turn. What is your big why? When you understand what your big why is, it's going to help you get through those times where you're maybe getting a little bit bored or things get rough or life gets busy and you're like, is this blog really worth it? Should I really continue? Is this worth my time and energy? And if your why is big enough, then the answer is going to be yes, this is worth my time and energy. And that's where we want to find what we want to find for you today. So the way that you're going to find that is you're going to keep asking why. You're going to dig deeper and deeper and deeper. And I'm going to give you an example right now so that you understand how to do this for yourself. Let's take our 40-ish fashionista. I'm having a hard time with that word today. Fashionista. Okay, so she thinks that she wants to start her blog to showcase the outfits that she gets complimented on all the time. She's just in her head, she's thinking, I'm just going to post pictures of my cute outfits and where to buy them, right? So now we want to dig a little deeper. She's going to ask herself, why? Why do I want to post these outfits? Why would I spend my time doing that? Her next answer would be, because I want to show other women it's not complicated to put a great outfit together. And again, we ask, why? Why does that even matter? And she digs a little bit deeper and she says, well, I know that when I like my outfit, I feel happy and prepared to take on anything that comes at me throughout the day. So again, we ask, why? Why would you want to teach that? Why should other women want to feel that same way? And she digs a little deeper and she says, well, if we all feel pretty and empowered, the world would be a kinder place and it would be more productive and women would get out there and put themselves out there. And we ask why. One more time. We're going to keep digging. This is the last one, I promise. So she says, when a woman feels confident in herself and she understands herself, she's more likely to lift others up rather than tear them down. Did you hear that? When women understand themselves and they feel good about themselves, they're more likely to lift others up rather than tear them down. That's a pretty big why. So our fashionista is not starting a blog to share her outfits, even though they're awesome. She is starting her blog to help other women feel more confident and grow in their own self-love. So this is a much bigger why, and it's what's going to keep her motivated to keep posting because she wants to make the world a kinder place, one outfit at a time. Do you see how big that is? How important that is? Okay, you might be thinking your topic that you want to talk about is a little bit frivolous or it's maybe not that important, but you love it. Okay, I know that's true for fashion. For me, a lot of people say, oh, it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. The inside is what matters. Well, to me, I see the style as a way of expressing yourself, your inner self, and who you really are, and showing up in the world as your best self. And that's a really big deal to help women get to that point, because not a lot of women are there. So what's it going to be for you? What's going to be your big why? Are you starting to get some ideas? Are you starting to feel like maybe you're understanding why it's important to have a big why? If that's true for you, can you give me some hearts or some likes? Let me know you're here. Let me know you are understanding and you're inspired by what we're talking about. So your assignment in your pretty little journals is to dig deep. Thank you. There's your hearts. Hey, girls. Thank you. All right. So you're going to ask yourself why at least 3 times. Keep breaking it down. And once you get to an answer, if you do it like 3 times and you're still not feeling like that's deep enough, a big enough reason, then ask why a couple more times. And if it helps you, do it with someone. Get on the phone with a girlfriend or do it with your husband, and or your kids, whoever you have near you that can help you out, have them keep asking you why, keep digging deeper. You're going to discover things that you didn't even know you had deep inside when you really start to journal and think about it. So really take your time with this tonight. Set aside, a good half hour, maybe even an hour. Do some of the work, walk away and come back to it. I know that really works for me. It's just kind of percolating in my brain. And then I'll be inspired by something like, that's it. Okay, so if it doesn't come to you right away, don't get frustrated. And then once you have that big why, once you kind of have, you're settled on what it is that your big why is, go ahead and share it in the group. Okay, making that statement, naming it and claiming it is really important for moving forward for 2 reasons. It sets you up for success. Like, I understand now. I know what my mission is. I understand why I need to do this. And secondly, it allows others to be inspired by you, and it allows others to encourage you. So that's the next part of this. After you've posted your why, please go on and comment, encourage the other women in this group. This group is a place where you're going to start to develop relationships with women that you can potentially run with. It's really important to have a community around you and support each other. So as you start to get your blogs developed and your online networks established, you can help each other grow. And in doing so, you grow faster. It's better and easier to grow as a community than it is to grow as a solopreneur. Okay, so that's your assignment. Now, some of you I know have been shooting questions in there in the group regarding, I'm not quite sure what I want to blog about. I have so many interests. I have lots of activities in my life. I don't know specifically what I want to blog about. Oops. Sorry, I kicked the tripod there. So I want to go through a few of them, and I'm going to use specific people from the group. I hope that's okay. Everything is written within the group, so I'm not giving any personal information away. So let's start with Jane. Okay, Jane makes these great glow rocks beads. Jane, if you want to put your URL in the comments for where women can check out your work, go ahead and put those in the comments. So Jane, she's a single parent. She has a special needs child, and she makes beaded jewelry. And she was like, do I talk about the jewelry and to support my business, or do I talk about helping other special needs parents? Because that's a really important topic in my own life, and I want to be there as a support for other parents. So here's a possible blog idea. And her other concern was, if I do 2, can I keep up with it? Okay, and I want to say, don't start 2. Okay, it's enough work to really do well on 1, and you want to be focused. So just pick 1. But here is my idea for you, Jane. How about if you talk about on your blog life as a single mom and how you need to make ends meet and how you have these challenges because you have a special needs child, and that just adds to the pile of work that you have to do and to your life experiences, but you have figured out a way to do it. And you are doing it by having your own home-based business. You make your jewelry when your kids are either at school or late at night, okay? That's when a lot of us do our work, late at night. But you're really, and this is for your jewelry business, you are giving an inside look at your life. I see your blog as very personal, very heart-centered, and just encouraging that there is a way to do it, okay? Just like pour your heart out. I just feel it. I have the chills right now. I just see you as I feel like I know your heart, and I just see you sharing that and encouraging others that there is a way. And for you, the jewelry business is the way. And you can give them the inside look of maybe your kids are helping you, your kids are packing packages, or they're making graphics for your Instagram, or whatever it is that you have your older kids do. Just show it as your family business. Okay, so that's Jane. Tiffany is a homeschooling mom. She started a nature program, Wonder and Wander, I believe is what it's called. She sells Rodan & Fields skincare, and she's a part-time nurse. Okay, she's got a lot on her plate. She's extremely busy, but I follow her on Instagram and Facebook, and I see her passion for what she's doing. And I'm in awe because I homeschooled my kids for 4 years, and I will tell you what, all I could do to get through the day was to get the homework done, right? To get the schoolwork done. And I was so confused by how other moms were able to get out and do all of these field trips and do all of these meetups and have social time, which I know is so, so important for your kids. And the whole point of homeschooling, right, is so that you can do things on your own schedule and do things your own way. But I couldn't figure that out. And I would love to have had someone like Tiffany show me how. So Tiffany, I think what you could do for a blog is really incorporate all of it. I kind of see you talking more geared toward homeschooling moms, and you can talk about the activities you do with your kids. You're supporting those moms by giving them your experience, sharing with them what has worked for you, and offering them that opportunity to do an at-home business with Rodan & Fields. And you can talk about how you make that work for your life. How do you sign people up? How do you sell product? How do you get income from this at-home business opportunity? And I really feel like that's a way that you could incorporate all those areas of your life that you're so passionate about and really be super helpful and a great resource for those homeschooling moms. Okay, so that's Tiffany. Let's talk about Gigi. Gigi, she has With Love from Cali is her website, and she sells clothes that are relaxed and sophisticated, and they have that Southern California vibe. Now for Gigi, what I was thinking, to support her retail company, she could really talk about the culture of Southern California or California in general. She could really play that up, because I'll tell you what, being from Southern California, I know that people who don't live here want to live here. They want to know. They think everybody lives by the beach, and they think everybody's neighbor is a celebrity, which is so far from the truth. It's not even funny. But that's the perception, right? So why not play on that perception, Gigi? You could visit places that go with the same feel of your clothing line, and the food establishments, the food trucks, those are awesome. Those would be super fun to take pictures by with your clothes. The beaches, the sunsets, the sunrises, the surfing, the Hollywood Walk of Fame, all that kind of stuff. Just draw in, and what your blog could be would really be like a tourist guide for people who don't live in Southern California. It's the place to look when you want to find what to do in Southern California. And of course, in all of the pictures, you're going to have your clothes, your accessories, kind of matching up the mood of your clothing and your boutique with what is going on in California. So I think that might be one great way that you could approach your blog, rather than just talking about the clothes and how they're made and the style of it. Go a little bit more into the California culture. Okay, so those were just 3 examples. I'm sorry I couldn't get to everybody, but I wanted to share those with you once again, to just kind of give everybody a little bit of inspiration. Okay, so that's going to be the end of our challenge. I am going to talk now how you can work with me further. So I am putting out this brand new program that I'm super excited about. It's called Project Blog, and it's going to be an 8-week training program for women who want to rock the online world with their wisdom, style, and personality. We'll go really, really into depth about mindset, because it's important to have a good mindset when you're a businesswoman, because where your mind is where your business is. So if your mind is being negative and defeated, that's how your business is going to be. So we want to get you to that high performance mindset. We're going to talk really in depth about branding. We're going to talk about your blog's lifeline. We're going to talk about content creation and how to make that super easy for you using a content calendar. We're going to talk about how to build your traffic using social media, SEO, and all kinds of other different avenues. Personal style is also one of the topics, because how you look represents your business. And whether or not you're doing a fashion blog, it doesn't matter. You are the face of your business, and your personal style matters. And we're going to really get into that. That's a whole module that we're going to get into. It's super, super important no matter what business you're in. And then, of course, everybody's favorite topic that you want to know about, how to make money. How do I make money with my blog? So there's 2 modules dedicated to that one. So it's an 8-week training program. It is going to begin on March 19. So you're going to have work to do between now and then, establishing your blog, getting that all set up. And then we really dive in after those few weeks in between and really kickstart your blog and make it be the powerful tool that you want it to be. So you can check more about the Project Blog program at bit.ly/projectblog. And I will put that URL in the comments when we're done, so you can check that out. And the first 5 to enroll today, this offer is good only for today, will receive a full hour of private coaching with myself, either on Skype or via phone, depending on where you are located. And it will be an hour phone call to help you really establish your blog and what you need personally from your blog. So that offer is good for 24 hours. So 10 a.m. tomorrow, when we start challenge number 2, that offer is no longer valid. There are payment plans for those of you that need payment plans. So go ahead to go to bit.ly/projectblog to get all of the information and to check that out. Okay, so that's it for today. I'm going to go ahead and open it up to questions. I'm going to put my reading glasses on now so I can see all these great comments that you guys have been asking, and we'll take a few questions here. If you're watching on the replay, type your questions into the comments. I'll be coming back in and checking throughout the day, throughout the week, and making sure I answer all of those questions for you. So, okay, before we get to questions, tomorrow's challenge topic is your blog topic. So really make sure you come up with the type of blog you want to have today, because that's going to be super helpful for tomorrow. And we're also going to talk about your ideal reader. Okay, so that's tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific time, right back here in the group. And let's go through converting the time. Yeah, I know, so I have to do that too. Pittsburgh, Indiana. Okay. 30 degrees, Anne Marie. Feels warm. Oh, girl. That's not warm. 6 inches of snow, Michelle. Oh, my gosh. 6 p.m. Ha. I know, Jane. It's so crazy. I love that, though. Don't you love how we get to, like, engage with each other for free? All right. I'm not seeing any questions. If you guys have questions, type them in the comments. Now is the time. Okay, Jane, question. Is there a way to save the Instagram feed? Should we limit our Instagram interaction and posts and not give too much information? Yeah. Also, any advice for guest bloggers? Okay. Okay, so on Instagram, you know, actually, once you start blogging, your Instagram content is going to be easier. Right now, if you don't have a blog, you're coming up with new content every day. But here's what's going to happen. Say you start your blog and you post weekly, which is what I recommend. A really quality content blog post, and it's only once a week. There is absolutely no reason for you to be on there posting every day. Blogging has changed. Instagram has taken that over. Social media has taken that style of writing over. What your blog needs to be is quality content with really value-driven information with lots and lots of SEO keywords so people can search you and find you. So once you write that weekly blog post, what you're going to do is you're going to take snippets from that blog post and you're going to use those over on social media, Facebook, wherever you're at, okay? So you did the work already, and now you're just taking pieces of it and you're putting it over on Instagram. And you're saying somewhere in there for the rest of the article, go to my blog, and you're going to have that link up there in your Instagram profile. So you've already done the work. It's so brilliant. You do not have to rewrite things. You're just repurposing things. And you can also take those that content, that blog content, and make videos from it. Do videos, do live videos to your groups and say, what is this saying? Okay, makes sense. Okay. So you could just keep repurposing that content, okay? So do the hard work on the blog content, make it full of value, and then take those pieces. As far as images go, you know, you save those to your computer and you can repurpose those. You can use them in your blog posts. You can use them on other social media. But no, there's no way to save it, the content itself, your Instagram feed. You could save the pictures and make little calendars with them. Those are really cool. I have one of those from my Instagram feed from years ago. And it's just like, they look like Post-it notes. They're these little square notepads, and it has all my pictures from my Instagram for that entire year. It's kind of cool. So that's one way of doing it. Okay, for guest bloggers now, Jane, we're going to really get into this tomorrow. But here's the key for guest blogging. Know who the reader is. Okay, so if you're blogging for someone else's audience, you have to thoroughly understand who their reader is so that when you are talking and you're putting your content together, it is resonating with them. And they're like, oh, who is this girl? I love her. I'm going to go check her out. And then they become readers of your blog because they love you so much, okay? So that's really the key, is knowing who the reader is, okay? Okay, I don't see any other questions, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. Again, as you're doing your homework, if you have questions, pop them into the comments, and I will come back and look at those. If you're coming in on the replay, make sure you're liking and engaging as well. It's okay that the video is no longer live. And here's the thing about liking and commenting that we need more women to understand. not only is it helping you to remember things because you're like, oh, I made that comment, what was that about? And then you can bring it back up in your memory. But what it's doing is it's exposing you to all those other people. Okay, so say Tiffany's asking all kinds of questions and Jane's like, oh, that was a really good question. Tiffany's pretty smart. I'm gonna go interact with her some more. Okay, so what it's doing is it's putting you out there. It's making you become visible. And the whole point of having social media and having a blog and being online is visibility. So if you're not asking questions and making comments within the live feed stream, then you are really missing out on an important key thing that's going to help you and help your business in the long term. So make sure you're interacting, leaving comments, liking other people's posts, commenting back, starting conversations, doing that whole social thing that we're supposed to be doing on social media. All right, so that's it for today. 10 a.m. tomorrow Pacific time. We'll see you there. Thanks everyone for being here. I'm so grateful for you all. Bye.